Yeah, let's get right into some of the upfront fare earning issues and some things there. So where'd you want to start with?
Wherever you want to start. You always have the keys. So
All right.
you figure it out. Oh, we have news for Long Island. Stay tuned, Stella. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is my app again. So Uber always wants to, push themselves up to the front of any other app you have going. So I turn my app on, I'm ready to go, and then this is one thing that you guys have to understand, okay? Pretty soon I'm going to switch to the passenger screen and show you the density of the drivers around me. When there is no driver, so this is the first ping. I mean, very doable trip right here, okay? About 24 minutes worth and 1.4 miles away. Great. 7.7 miles. Total mileage about 9. Paying 17. About close to $1.75 a mile. Doable. Where it's going, I want to end up there anyway. This is a comfort trip, but we'll keep looking at these trips. The reason we're doing these, by the way, is because for you guys to keep going, Chris, for you guys to get your eyes used to where you need to look. Don't look at just the dollar number. Just look at, add the mileage, add the time, and then figure it out. You have about 7 seconds, 7 to 8 seconds. It's 10 seconds actually, but by the time you focus on it, you have about 7 to 8 seconds. It should be enough time. So there's trip radar. This is a no-go, 4.5 miles away. Not going to happen. So that's more trip radar, of course. 4 people are watching each and nobody's taking it, justifiably so. So the first trip came in for the same 24 minutes at $18. The other ones are 11. This is also, in my book, a reasonable trip, but without the surge, this trip is where? $4, right? I mean, $4 for all that work? No, thank you. Much appreciated. USDA, that's right. Oh yeah, I gotta say hi to USDA. I saw you at the rally today. Shout out to Shit for Brains. I like that
Shirt.
Oh, Shirt for Brains. Is it Shirt for Brains?
Shit for Brains. Funny.
Shit for Brains is a misquote. I apologize. So now a lot of drivers have emailed me, which we're going to show you a cure for Android users. I am an Android user, so don't ask me how you do it on iOS. Chris is the iOS professor. So what happens is that, see all that surge that was created in the morning? This is a screenshot while I'm doing it. I went to the passenger app. Guess who that little single driver is in the map? Me. Right?
No.
Yeah, that's me right there. So now they're pinging me constantly because there's no drivers, right? I'm getting all the pings in my neighborhood with decent surge, right? So I'm going like, okay, let's see. There's a tire store that's literally like 15 minutes and 5 miles away from my house. So I go, let me go see price a ride to that tire store. What does that say, Chris? How much money is Uber charging for that? Ooh, $41 for a 5.5 mile 17-minute trip.
Damn.
And I go like, wow. And you're going to pay me what? 16 out of that 41? That's not cool, Uber. So this is what you guys need to do. When there is no drivers around you, which rarely happens, but in this case, I literally was the only driver. Do not accept garbage. Wait for your cherry, because there comes the cherry, right? So to me, that's what we're trying to teach you guys, where to train your eyes. Very doable trip. Literally 9.5 miles, max 10 miles, $1.80 a mile, 25 minutes. And it's going to put me somewhere that's going to be surging again. Okay, so please decline garbage. Know what you're worth. Hashtag. Knowing what you're worth depends on the density of drivers around you. And I'm repricing that same trip again, which is the Northridge Tire Pros. Shout out to Northridge Tire Pros. I have no deal with them. It just happened to be the best one. And now the price went from $40.93 to $39.93, and they're paying me maybe $17.18. I'm like, okay, not good enough. So please check the passenger app when you are, waiting for trips. It makes a big difference to make you understand what's garbage and what's not garbage. There you are. I'm still the only driver, except that one little speck showed up about 4 miles from me. So Uber keeps the surge on. So this is what we're trying to explain to you guys. That's the same trip, by the way. Its surge went up
Well,
now to 775. It's the
one
exact same
other
trip.
thing is this is a good way to say, you know, if you want to know what's in your area,
Okay,
if you're
hold this for a second. Hold this for a second.
hold on,
Okay,
yeah,
this
but I think
same
another thing is you should also have the passenger app downloaded so you can kind of see who the closest drivers are around you. So then that way, if they're all literally in the same block, you know that's not going to be a good spot to sit. You might want to move somewhere else
you
where there's
know,
going to be less drivers.
yeah, this trip, exact same trip, showed up. They pinged me once with it about 3 minutes ago. Okay, this is the comfort trip, exact same trip, 1.4 miles away, 7.7 miles. On that one, surge was 675. Now it goes up to 775, and the price of the trip went up about $1.50. So what I'm trying to say is that the algo is definitely adjusting, right? You just gotta be patient. The 3 P's, people: patience, position, and planning. You
Yep.
must pay attention to this because, look, $1.50 may not be too much, but $1.50 extra if you're gonna do 20 trips, that's a lot of money. And then that's what straightens your hourly. That's what straightens your dollar per mile, all that good stuff. So patience, people, patience. It's okay, especially patience if you're the only driver in town, which at this moment I still am, by the way, which I couldn't believe. I'm like, okay, see, okay, so continue with that, and I'm just showing these to you guys to just be aware of your surroundings and don't accept garbage. If you're only one of the 2 or 3 drivers in town, then nobody's going to take these trips, and algo is going to adjust upwards. Another very doable trip, 32 minutes for $22 all day long, no problem. And look, I'm still the only driver. I mean, there you go. See, they reshuffled that trip. That guess what? That's the same trip, by the way. See that same trip, 1.6 miles away. It's the same damn address. They keep reshuffling it. Nobody's taking it.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah, nobody wants it. I would have done this. If I was driving, I would definitely take this on now at 18 and a
Well,
half.
here's my question. First off, if nobody was taking that, why would it, or if it was a good one, why was nobody taking it? Just because nobody was there
Nobody
or in
was
that
there.
area? I don't know the
Nobody
pickup
was there.
location.
Yeah, nobody
Okay.
was there. Nobody was there.
Yes. So there it is. Even as position, that's part of the 3 Ps. And
Absolutely.
if you're in the right position, that's where it is.
Absolutely. So the surge is staying put, right? So yeah, we know about surge baiting and stuff, but when there are no drivers, they're dead. They're stuck. They can see. I told you guys this 2 weeks ago. They cannot create drivers out of thin air. I'm not moving. There's no other driver. They keep pinging me. I'm like, thank you, but I'm not working today. But thank you so much. This is another decent trip. 12 miles, $24, $2 a mile. Decent 487 rating, 37 minutes for 24, $25, maybe with a tip. Hey, man, these are all doable trips. Now, this shows that if there is enough density, Uber is going to underprice trips, but there's no density. I'm the only driver or 2 or 3 or 4 drivers in town. They're paying for these trips. These trips are all very doable trips. Even this one, right? Okay, let's say an hour and 10 minutes for $38. It's a doable trip. You guys got it. You just have to be patient. Oh, by the way, this is hilarious. I'm going to scroll this up a little bit in a second. Chris, look at this trip, Chris. What do you see in this trip?
I see the same thing. Hold on.
Yeah, these are the 2 identical trips. Same pickup point, same drop-off point. On Trip Radar, one of them shows up at 38.67. The one on the top shows up at 41.62. Now, it is identical trips. Same trip. So what does this say? What does this say? That the algo goes, somebody please take this shit from me. Look at this.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it was 2 separate people who are ordering for the same trip, because that does happen from time to
From
time.
the exact same pickup to the exact same drop-off?
Yeah, you get that all the time.
Okay,
I'll
so what
see
happens is that
when I pick people up, like this is more so at night. If you're taking multiple people at home or to the bar or something, yeah, they'll definitely go back and forth between who's closest, and usually whoever gets there closest.
yeah.
That's why they
This is
had to.
another very doable trip right here. Right here, another beautiful trip.
Passenger cancels in.
Yeah, like no brainer right here. Like 15 minutes, $12, no problem, no problem. Now we're gonna enter that, Rodney, in a minute. Hang on there, okay?
You know what I like though? I like how pretty much all of these trips you said, I'll do them. Why not? You're
Yeah,
all looking good.
yeah,
Like, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? You're like, "I
yeah,
wouldn't touch these things with a 10-foot
yeah.
pole."
Garbage,
So,
garbage, garbage, right? So I'm still pricing to trip to Northridge Tire Pros, right? There you go. There they are. Again, I have no deal. Northridge, you're getting a click out of this, so I have to get a free set of tires. Now, I just wanted to guys make you understand that Northridge Tire Pro from where I'm at is only 18 minutes away with morning rush hour traffic and 5.7 miles. That's the trip that Uber was trying to sell or charge the passenger, me, $41. I'm going like, no, F you, Uber. That's not happening. So again and again, please, 3 P's: patience, position, planning, please. Okay. Now, next video is going to show you guys how surge changes, which all of you know. I'm sure you all know. You're all very intelligent people. Density meaning how many drivers show up. Well, right about 8:19 now, or 8:10, whole bunch of drivers showed up, and look what happened to the surge. Do you see what happened? In about
they go
half hour.
bye-bye.
In a half hour, I could do all the trips I wanted. Now look what happens. Now I
You know
turn
what
my app off.
all those little drivers remind me of, though? They remind me of little ants. I said
No,
it.
man, you can't say that, man. You can't say that, man.
Well, they're
Yes, the
surge
real JC.
chasing.
Yes, real JC
They're
has a point right
surge
here.
chasing.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't say that. Don't break
Micah.
Jeff's heart. Jeff is watching. Come on, man. So now what do? I go, okay, let's see what Lyft is how Lyft is ripping people off. I'm like, okay, there's no surge, no problem. I go put let's see how many drivers there are on Lyft. So if you guys noticed on the past screen record, there were 8 Uber drivers literally that showed up. See, look at all these little dots. Those are all drivers, as opposed to when they were sending me all doable trips, there were no drivers. Okay. So this also proves, by the way, something that no, you cannot say that. Something that the real JC said. This proves that strike would work. It's not a strike. It's a local disaster that 10 drivers like this in a local area, specific local design areas, we can create our own surge. We turn the apps off, bro. Everybody is getting great trips. Everybody
Mhm.
turns their app on, it's screwed. Look at this. Look at this density. There were 8 Uber cars, and there's going to be any second now. And I'm going to price a trip on my Lyft app, going to Northridge Tire Pros, right? And sure enough, there were how many cars? 8 Lyft cars, 16 cars in about 3 square miles. That'll kill the fucking surge. Okay. So this
Mhm.
JC definitely could be done in a localized basis, such as Santa Monica, such as West Hollywood. Pick a block. We all go on a half-hour strike, not even 15-minute strike. Surge will go through the roof.
Adjust.
Algo is going to adjust. Okay. I'm telling you, people, you just gotta trust this. Okay. The same trip, by the way, Chris, when there was on no drivers, was $41. Now it's down to $16 because the surge disappeared. Uber says, screw, I cannot screw the passenger anymore. Down to $16, which is still high, but it should have been right there. So long story short, please, people, know your worth, decline garbage. Algo is definitely adjusting up depending on density. Now, could this be done in localized areas? Absolutely. Not airports. Airports are illegal. Do not do this. You will get deactivated because it's federal property or airport property. But
Mhm.
in your own neighborhoods, if you know drivers, be leaders of your group. Go tell them, hey, man, you know what? We'll create our own surge. No worries. Just let's turn the apps off for 10 minutes. The algo goes, shit, I have all these drivers. All these passengers looking for trips, and there are no drivers. Let's jack it up.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.